this is. I don't think it's a. I don't think it's a zebra. I'm hearing anything. Oh my god, this thing is driving me bonkers. Let me see who called me just now. Hold on. Oh, All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. We are running a little bit late today. I am so sorry. I sincerely apologize to everybody who was expecting us at 5 o'clock. Now, you see, I'm extremely exhausted just rolling on up in here because they've had, several things to take care of today, and I ran a little bit late. So I am in. I am in now. I am here, and we are going to talk about what the pandemic looks like in your neighborhood. What is going on where you are? Where I am at personally, as a nurse, I haven't seen a COVID patient in a long time. I have not come across anybody who has COVID, or has a family member or close relative who has COVID. Doesn't mean that there aren't COVID patient, guys, and I'm not downplaying this pandemic. What I am saying is I have not come across anybody. All right, you may have come across somebody, you may have somebody in your family. I had last night there were people on here who were saying they've lost family members. My sincere condolences to those who have lost family members to the pandemic. But right now, after being in this pandemic for a year and a half, and with the news media starting to say that now there are several variants, and people, they're talking about getting booster shots and that sort of thing, it's almost like the scare is coming back, because last year this time we were scared. We were scared out of our wits, worried about whether or not we might catch COVID by just shaking a hand, by just saying hello, by just going close to somebody. We are doing social distancing and all of that. This year, 1 year after last year, this time, we are like still in that position and more, because now they're talking about possibly getting booster shots. For those of you who are vaccinated against the COVID vaccine, sorry, against the COVID pandemic, you might be worried now and saying, well, I'm already vaccinated. So what is this about? A booster shot. We don't know. I keep following the news, and every time I make one step forward, I make another step backward. But I'm continuing to learn. I'm always open to learning. I'm always open to new information. But right now, it seems like it's very tiring, to say the least. It's very tiring keeping up. Where I am at right now, we do not have a mask mandate. So when I go into Walmart or go anywhere, nobody's wearing a mask. Very, very, very few people are wearing masks. They say people who are vaccinated don't have to wear masks, and we no longer have a mask mandate. So you just keep social distancing, staying away from people, not getting up in people's faces and that sort of thing. And hopefully everybody will be just fine. We hope and we pray that everybody will be just fine. Now, this evening, I wanted to talk to several people who are in different parts of the world, different parts of the country, different places, for them to tell me exactly what they are seeing in their neck of the woods. What are you seeing? Are you seeing, if are you a nurse and you are seeing more COVID cases where you are at? I mean, is your hospital filled with COVID patients? What are you seeing where you are at? That's what I want to share with my listeners today. And right now I have a friend of mine on the phone, and he's going to be telling me about where he's at and what he's seeing and his views on this COVID pandemic. So I'm going to bring my friend in right now, and we're going to be listening to him tell us what is going on where he's at before we go any further, because I'm hoping that there are other people who will come on and share with us what they are seeing. I've had colleagues who have gone to Texas and New York during the height of the pandemic to work, taking care of COVID patients, and they have all been like demobilized. So they are like back in their home states. They are back home looking for local jobs. So I guess in those places, the COVID seems to be under control. Whether it's through the vaccine or it has run its course, I don't know. But right now, I'm going to get my friend in on the line and let him tell us what is happening where he is at. Hello, my friend. What's going on? How are you doing?
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right. So talk to me. Tell me what you are seeing where you are at. What is going on with you where you are at when it comes to the COVID? Is there still a mask mandate? What, just tell me what is happening where the COVID is concerned.
Yeah, man. We still have Hamas mandate. Mass is compulsory. But there are no people hardly wear masks
Okay.
in and around. No social distancing. But you can get arrested for not wearing a mask. Um, they have very backward fines
Okay.
in and around this COVID thing. But I've not seen anybody or known anybody personally that has it. But it's rough. We have curfews. The other day we just got permission to have parties and to go out to church. College church was closed down for a very long time.
Okay, so you all now have permission to have parties.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
From 1st of July, can go to party, can go to the beach, but no more than 10 can gather. Groups of 10.
Okay, so the parties they gotta shuffle people in and out. 10 in, 10 out. 10 at a time
They
on the
can
party floor.
they can be 100 people, and you have 10 groups of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Does that depend on the size of the venue or is it just strictly regardless
yes,
of the size?
it depends on the venue, the size of the venue.
Okay.
But as I said, no wearing of mask, basically no social distancing at all.
Oh, so people
Yeah.
are not
Everybody,
practicing social distancing and at all where you're at.
no,
Okay.
no, no social distancing. People going about their regular day-to-day life that like there was no COVID.
Okay.
The hotel sector where I'm at is basically closed down. They're trying to revive it,
Hmm.
but lots of people lost their job
I can
and have to turn
imagine.
to alternative means. Yeah, I still have a job, but I fear for my friends and other people who don't have a job presently.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's getting harder and harder on them. School face-to-face classes was out until maybe sometime last month.
Oh,
So
so.
to how I see it right now, this group of students will be
Mhm.
backward.
Oh, okay. Because they haven't been able to get that close contact schooling over the last year, and a lot of them haven't had the technology to be able
Yeah,
to keep up.
yeah.
Okay.
Some people are very good with the theory. Some are good with practical.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the practical students, you need to have a face-to-face with them.
Right. Because there are different learning
Theory people,
styles.
yeah, theory people, it's okay for them to have online classes. They will understand. But the parents basically don't understand the technology, and to me, some of them are not willing to take it on. They're still depending on the teachers. Some few teachers are going the extra mile. They get the work printed and take it to students who don't have internet access.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That is
and I think
wonderful. If the
that's
teachers are
unfortunate.
doing that, that is fantastic.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
I share that
Um,
point of view with you that maybe these children for this year are going to be a little bit behind, their peers who have been able to keep up with the lessons via technology, because I know that Not everybody has a tablet, not everybody has internet, not everybody was able to keep up with their schoolwork throughout this past year. So I know there's going to be a challenge, and children are going to have to try to make up. And a lot of the parents, as you say, are not, up with the technology, so to speak. So they weren't able to help the children as much as the children needed. And since they weren't having face to face, and some children having different learning styles, they were not able to get the lessons and being taught as well as they would have had they been able to go to school and sit in front of a teacher, and the teacher understanding their needs and meeting those needs in the classroom. And because we are so traditional, we are so used to being in the classroom, this is such a new thing for us. Learning via the internet is so new. Not everybody is going to catch on, because first you have to learn to use the computer.
Yeah.
You have to learn to use the computer to catch on. And these poor little kids, if their parents can't use the computer, and then their parents are expected to help them, so that's going to be a lesson for parents and lesson for children. It's going to take a while, and I know that it has, you know taken its toll on parents, it has taken its toll on children, and lots of parents just cannot wait for the schools to reopen so the children can get back to school. A lot of idling as well has gone on over the last year and a half. The poor children, parents having to go out to work, um, and children being there, and children being at home, not being able to keep up with their schoolwork. There has been a lot of idling. I really just hope this pandemic would just go away and people can go back to their lives. But it's not that easy. It's not as easy as I say. So my next question, go ahead, go ahead.
Is all a trick.
Oh, tell me about that.
If the disease is so bad as they make it out to be, right?
Mhm.
You're not having no social distancing, no mask wearing. How comes our rates are not sky high?
All right.
Yeah. And how comes after when we got the vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
it's a particular age group got it, right? So how come the rates have been going down? To me, that looks like whoever got the vaccine, they were spreading it.
That's an interesting point of view. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. We're here, we're sharing information, we're sharing our own ideas and experience with this vaccine. But let me tell you this. I was looking at the statistics earlier, and I saw where they say 4 million people have died from this pandemic. 4 million people have died out of 187 million people who contracted the virus. So when I broke that down, I came up with 2%. So 2% of the people who got this virus, 2% of the people who got the virus passed away from the virus, according to the statistics. That to me is not a lot. What do you think? Is that enough for all this? Is that enough for all that's going on? Talk to me. Tell me what you think, because I'm having different thoughts here about this thing. Hey Didi, how are you, my love? How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. You see the topic, what we are talking about, Didi? This is what we are talking about. And I am talking to my friend all the way back in Jamaica. He's trying to tell me about how the pandemic is going on. What's going on with the pandemic over there? Because I want to talk to people in different places to see what is going on. How is it affecting? How is this pandemic affecting people in different places now, considering that it is 18 months since we have been in this pandemic? What is going on? So that's what we. Hey, Plumber TV, how are you, my love? Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for joining. So go ahead, my friend. Go ahead and tell us exactly what else is going on down where you're at.
We were locked down for a very long time. Since July, most things are free again. Can go on the beach, rivers. We can finally go to church again. Because
Okay.
for the Sunday worshippers, the curfew was 2 o'clock, so you know you don't have much time.
Okay.
For Saturday it was 6, and the rest of the week was 8. Now Monday to Friday it's now 11. Monday to Saturday it's 11. Sunday it's 6. So you get a little more time.
Okay.
On the public transport, wow, it's rough.
What's going on with that?
The government has made regulations, but no one is following the rules. They say you should carry 70% of your capacity. They are carrying 100% of their capacity.
Okay. People want to get back to normal, want to go about their business.
Yeah, man, people are roaching up on people, no one is wearing masks. It's easy to spread.
But talk to me now. Are you see? You say you don't see anybody. Do you know of anybody like who works in the hospital or anything? Are there any reports from down there that is telling you all that there are lots of people in the hospital? There are lots of hospitalizations because of COVID.
We get it from the media, and when the government has press conferences,
Mm-hmm.
they make it look like a lot of people have it. But if you have people in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and the clinics, they will tell you that nothing like that.
Mm. Okay.
To me, it's like Jamaica is the king of the Caribbean, so anything Jamaica will work with, the rest of the Caribbean will work with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you know this, they are forcing us to take the vaccine. They are giving us even free vaccinations,
Okay.
free kits. Yeah, they are paying the elderly, I think, 10,000 Jamaican dollars to take it. That's what I heard. I've never seen anybody got their $10,000, but word on the streets, yeah,
Uh-huh. Okay. Word on the street is that they're paying $10,000 to
yeah,
get the vaccine for the elderly to get the vaccine.
yeah. And
Okay.
when it's vaccination day, wow, crowd.
People coming out to get
Social
vaccinated.
distancing again. Yeah, man.
Because I guess people are getting so comfortable that, if I get vaccinated, then I am fine, the people around me are fine, and so I will not need to adhere to the rules anymore. You think that is what is going on?
And people, Jamaicans overall think that because we are really religious country, say that when we pray, everything is gone away.
You know that. I love you, my friend. That is going to be for another topic about how we can pray everything away.
Yeah.
So you think they are trying to pray the vaccine away, pray the pandemic away?
That's it. Yeah. And because we have always been using bush remedy for
Okay.
everything. Yeah. So if someone feels a sore throat, any respiratory illness, go for the herbs. So the other thing that garlic and garlic, honey, and turmeric combined can
Hmm.
cure it.
Okay. All right.
Most people believe again that when you take the test, they're actually introducing the virus to you.
Oh,
So that's
that's
a
another
scary
word on the
also.
street.
Yeah. So most people are not taking the test. And who are taking it feel that they are immune from everything.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, well, that is what is going on. Tell me something. Are you in the corporate area?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So that is the state of the corporate area in Jamaica as one of my friends back there sees it, my friends. That's how he sees it, what's going on with this pandemic over there in Jamaica. Where I am at here in North Carolina, I we don't have a mask mandate and I do not have I'm a nurse and I have not seen a COVID patient in a long time. So I am curious to know, guys, is there still a pandemic? What is going on? I know they are doing massive vaccinations. There are just people coming from everywhere to get vaccinated because certainly people want to be responsible, I would say. They want to be responsible because they are being fed the belief that yes, if you do not get the vaccine, chances are you will get the COVID, and possibly you might die. You might pass it on to your family members, your friends, and anybody else. So I am not here to tell you hither or thither. To each his own. You do what pleases you. But I am here to just talk to people. That's all I'm doing. Having people share their opinions, and not only their opinions, but share what they are seeing, where they are at, where the pandemic is concerned. I am neither for nor against the vaccine. I am just saying, I'm just opening my platform so we can share ideas. And as I said before, when I looked at the statistics as it is, it says that 4 million people have died from this pandemic that has affected 187 million people. Now, from the little math that I learned in high school from Mr. Johnson, and the little math that I learned in college, and the little statistics that I learned in college in nursing school, I can tell you 4 over 187 times 100, we come up with 2.08. So that is about 2%, we're going to call it. So 2% of the people who have caught this disease have passed away from it. 2%. All right. You take that information, do with it what you will, but I can show you. I can also show you the statistics as it is on the screen here. Let me show it to you so you all don't say I saw Trev say this and there was no verification. I can show it to you from Google, or you can Google it yourself, guys. You can Google it for yourselves and you will see the information, because look at that. Well, let me put my no, I want to put myself this way. All right, guys. So you all take a look at what I am looking at here, because here it is. It says 4 million deaths, 187 million cases, and this is worldwide. All right, but I want you all to take a look at something. I don't know if you all are able to see it from where you are at, but take a look here and let me show you something. Hi, Redata. How are you, my love? Hi, Redata. I want a girl like you. Welcome, welcome, my friend. How are you doing? All right, guys, I want to lead myself to this side here so that I can. Okay, there we are. All right, so if you look at this, I don't know if you all are able to see this screenshot that I did right here, because right here we see the US leading with the cases. The US has had 33.9 million cases. They have had 607,000 deaths. However, they have not reported how many people have recovered. Do you see the blank space right there in the recovered area? Okay. Look at India. India has had India has had 30.9 million cases. India has had 409,000 deaths. But what I want you all to look at, my friends, India has had, from that 30.9 million, they have had 30 million recoveries. This is not Trev making stuff up now, guys. This is the statistics as it is, where we can all Google it because we're all Google certified. We can all Google it and take a look to see. Look at Brazil. Brazil has Brazil has had 19.1 million cases. They have had 534 reported deaths. They have had 17 million recoveries. Now, France is another stickler for not reporting their recoveries either. You all see my face? My face usually speaks before I open my mouth. My eyes, my eyes usually speak before my lips. And here we have France, we have Russia with 5.74 million, 5.16 million recovered, and 141,000 deaths. All right, that is what that is what I had to show you all, guys. All right, let me go into the chat and see what they are saying over here. So Plumber TV says, if someone is stupid enough to not get vaccinated or wear a mask instead, then the coronavirus will fix stupid. All right, that's another opinion, guys. That's another opinion. I wouldn't go that far, but all my travelers, you're all entitled to sharing your opinions here, because it is the differences and the difference in opinions in this world that makes this world so beautiful. Yes, to each his own. I am not here to say either or thither. Okay, to each his own. I am showing you the statistics, and I am talking to somebody here who is in one area where there have been a lot of changes and a lot of laws have been put in place to combat this supposed pandemic. And I'm just talking about how it is affecting the lives of everybody, and what they are seeing now, 18 months later. All right, so talk to me, my friend. What else do you see going on where you are at? You have anything else you want to share with us? Hello? Are you there? Oh, I was asking you if there was anything else that you wanted to share with us regarding what you are seeing in your neck of the woods.
So that's basically
Okay, so that's basically it. There are more rules and laws, and people are getting arrested for not wearing masks, and there are parties that they're having 10 people a piece on on the dance floor, and the children are not. You don't think the children are the children are able to study properly because there are just not enough tablets for the children, and the internet and everything that comes in between, with the parents, some of the parents who are not able to help the children on these devices. So you think the children for this past year are going to be behind their peers from, say, other countries where they have been able to use the tablet, and children have been introduced to technology at an earlier age, and we're able to say that again.
Jamaica is a third world country, so we normally get things last.
Well, that is true. That is true. That usually happens, and nobody expected a pandemic. We were not expecting this pandemic, so we were not expecting that everybody needed a tablet. And a tablet, I know, for a lot of parents was the last thing on their list for their children. Imagine a parent who cannot even afford enough food for their children, but then they are forced to go get a tablet, And they must get the tablet if the education of their children is of paramount importance. They must get a tablet for the child. So now they have lost their job, but they must find a way to get a tablet. Let me ask you something. Was it the government providing tablets for the children? Or was it like
Yes.
private sector donations?
uh, I think it was more donations. Donations, but some people give their donations to the government and the government handed over the tablets like it was them. Um, we have some very, very, very brilliant students. I would like to make note a special one. He lives in Sendan in the rural area. He
Uh-huh.
was a barber closed, everything was closed. So he used the bar that was closed to teach his sales and the younger students. That man was 14, turned the bar into a classroom and taught most of the children in his surrounding.
That is
And he got
absolutely
help.
commendable.
Yeah, he got help. He got a 60-foot container hooked up to turn in classroom with AC. He got tablets.
Hmm.
Yes, from his schools, what I call it, old boys group then.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, people look out for him. I have teachers that print the work for students that don't have internet access or have the gadgets and take it personally to them and return for those printed work
Uh-huh.
for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, you have some excellent teachers and you have some students trying to help their peers as well.
Wonderful. That is wonderful.
Yes.
I mean, I have somebody here says, what but what do you think should be put in place to help with the pandemic? Well, I mean, there have been a lot of things put in place, Michael. A lot of things. There is a vaccine. There are mask mandates. There is social distancing. There is a lot that's been put in place. But my concern right now is not what is put in place or what has not been put in place, because there have been extensive stuff put in place to combat this pandemic. But what I am saying is, what does it look like 18 months later where you are at? Because with this widespread vaccination of so many people, I would think that there would be a decrease in the incidences of the pandemic. That's what I would think, because that's what the vaccine is for. Logically, if that's what the vaccine is for, then we shouldn't be seeing an increase. And I am saying that where I am at, I am not seeing an increase because I have not seen a COVID patient in a long time in the hospital. So something is working.
Yeah, man.
Either something is working, or something has worked, or something else. But I have not seen one. But remember, I am just in one spot. So that is why I'm asking you all out there, what do you see? What are you seeing where you are at? That is the question I'm asking. I am not going into no controversy whatsoever. No. I am not going into any controversy. I am just asking the question, what does it look like where you are at? And I have my friend here who has been willing to tell me what he's seeing in the corporate area of Jamaica. And I so appreciate it. If there is anybody else that is in the chat who would love to share with me what they are seeing, what are you guys seeing where you are at? Come on, guys, in the chat. Tell me, what are you seeing? Are you in America? Are you in a state that has a mask mandate where everybody is still wearing a mask, even if they are vaccinated? Or are you in a state like I am, where I don't have a mask mandate in my state, but I don't see an increase either? But I'm only in one hospital, you know. So you all talk to me. Tell me, what do you think? Tell me what is going on where you are at. If you are wanting, you can either call me on the phone You all know that I have the hold on. That I have the number here running there across the screen. Okay, there is the number that you can call me and tell me what you are seeing. We're not going into any controversy about whether or not people should get vaccinated. I am not telling anybody to go get vaccinated or not to get vaccinated. It is up to you. You make that decision for yourself. I am not getting into a controversy at all. If you want to get vaccinated, up to you. If you don't want to, it's up to you. But I'm just asking a question, a generic question. What are you seeing where you are at? Let me get into the chat and see what is going on here. Plumber says Minnesota rates are pretty low, but we have high rates of COVID vaccinations. Okay, so in Minnesota, thank you so much for that, Plumber. Thank you so much. He says in Minnesota the rates are pretty low, but they have high rates. I guess he means the incidences are pretty low, but they have high rates of vaccination. So a lot of people are going to get vaccinated, even though the incidences of COVID are very low up there. Um, Lavida Jenkins, how are you, my dear? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you so much. Mena Unstoppable, how are you doing, my love? That's another of my wonderful travelers in the house in the form of Mena Unstoppable. How are you doing, my dear? I hope you had a fantastic day. She says, I'm gonna listen now. I'm cleaning my. That's okay, honey. I know you. I know you'll be in on it, even you are doing something else. Let me see what Lavida says. Lavida says it is going on. Restrictions are loosening up, but protocols should still be observed. The people are so unruly, Joe. Though I'm in Jamaica, by the way. Okay, Lavida says she's in Jamaica. The people are so unruly. My very good friend here is on the phone with me, Lavida, and she is Lavida the life. Living la vida loca. Yes, so my friend here on the phone is also in Jamaica, and he's in the corporate area, and he's sharing with us what he's seeing, and he's telling us, that there are still people who are being unruly, going around without their mask. There are lots of people who are getting criminal charges for not wearing masks, and there are mandates. Yes, hon. There are mandates for social distancing and all of that partying and how many people can be on the dance floor at one time and so forth and so on. So Jamaica is working on it. But what I am saying is after 18 months, all of this was in for 18 months. What is happening now? And now that there is a lot of vaccines that's gone global, there's so many people who have taken the vaccine. I am asking, what has changed from last year this time? Because it's been 18 months we've been under this pandemic. So I want to know from you all, from where you are at, what is happening now? Vida says, Vida says, the people are unruly. Yes, that's exactly what my friend was saying. That the people are unruly. The people are not following the rules. They are not taking it seriously. But at the same time, in the hospitals, I don't know how the hospitals are doing. Vida says this is now the curfew hours are less. Yes, that was the same thing my friend was saying. That the curfew hours in Jamaica are less and more places are open. But do you see people also going about their business? I mean, my friend was saying that in the buses, they said they should be 70% capacity when they are on their routes, but it's like 100%. So clearly, not even the drivers of like the JTC buses, JUTC buses, is that what they're called? They are not adhering to the rules, so they are carrying more people than the law is allowing at the moment. So that is one thing, you know. That is another thing. But anybody else want to tell us what is happening where they are at? La Vida says people just going about happy go lucky, buses packed like she says people just going about their business happy go lucky, buses packed like sardine. But if the buses are packed like sardines, guys, and the disease is supposedly still out there rampant, are we seeing an increase in the cases of COVID? Are the hospitals as packed as the buses? You been to any hospital? You been to the hospital lately? Ewan, you been to the hospital lately? I was hoping my cousin would come on and tell me. I know she worked today 7 to 7. I was hoping she would tell me what she's seeing in the hospital because she's a nurse, but I haven't seen her pop up. So I don't know.
Well, most wards are full.
Say that again, please.
I don't know if most wards are full.
But are they full of COVID patients?
Barely space.
But my question is, are they filled with COVID patients or just patients from gunshot wounds and other injuries?
They say there are COVID patients, but I know the hospitals are always full. I can't say for sure.
Oh, can't say for sure. Okay. And I don't have anybody straight in
Unless you
the.
tell them have a cough or any respiratory illness, you
Hmm.
will have a warm time.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, maybe nobody will pay any mind.
Oh, really? So they're scared of coming close to you, fearing that you might have COVID.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that has to be tough. Okay, let me see what Vida says here.
Visitation hours are cut. You have to sanitize, temperature check, everything before you go in.
Oh yes. Right now we are not doing temperature checks at my hospital, but what we are doing is, we ask few questions, a little screening. I mean, have you been around anybody who has had a cold, a cough, a fever? Have you had a cold, cough, or fever in the last few days? Stuff like that. And once they say no, they're gone about their business. But we still encourage people to wear the mask, and especially if you're going to be around sick people, I think, at least you can do to be a responsible person is to at least wear a mask if you're around sick people. At least if you're around sick people, wear the mask. That's not the time to contemplate whether or not the mask is working, whether or not there is a mandate, whether or not you can catch it through the mask. That is not the time to be having that discussion even with yourself. But if you're going to be around sick people, for the sake of Christ and all things good, just wear the mask. Yeah, yeah, wear the mask. You don't want to take a risk and knowing that chances are you may infect somebody who is already sick and compromised. That's just me saying that for my colleagues in my profession. Just wear the mask. When I go out in Walmart or stuff, I just since I don't have a mask mandate in my state, I just keep away from people. But when I go to work, I must put on my mask because I'm taking care of vulnerable people. So I have to put on my mask. I have to wear it. I mean, let me see what else is going on in the chat. La Vida says the curfew hours are less, more places are open. People just going about their business happy go lucky. Buses are full like packed like sardines. We don't take the bus, thank God. Okay, she says she doesn't take the bus, so she's not too worried about that. The deaths were higher one night last week. Okay, she said the deaths were higher one night last week. Okay. Can't type right now, but I'll let it run a bit. Okay. Okay, Vida, no problem. No problem, my dear. No problem at all. So anybody else want to tell me what they are seeing in their neck of the wood? Because in my neck of the wood, as I told you before, in my neck of the wood, I I haven't seen. I haven't seen. I'm not seeing.
Sister,
Mm?
I don't know.
Go ahead, my love. I appreciate you and I appreciate you coming on and sharing with me. Thank you so, so, so much. And I hope to catch up with you some other time. Thank you so much, my friend. Go ahead and take care of yourself.
Yeah, man, you're welcome. Bye bye.
Anytime. No problem.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you much. Okay, guys. So that was my friend in the corporate area of Jamaica in Kingston actually telling me what he is seeing in Kingston when it comes on to the pandemic. So we have Kingston covered. People are going about their business. Some people are ending up getting charges, catching a charge for not wearing a mask and being out in public. There's also a vaccine rush where everybody is rushing to get the vaccine. You do you. If that is what you want to do, go ahead and do it. I am not here to say hither or thither. It is up to you. All right, everybody has their own personal preference, their own personal choice about what they do, and I am not here to tell anybody what to do. But I would love for somebody else to tell me what they are seeing where they are at. What is happening where they're at when it comes to the COVID vaccine. Tonight we are not going to be having a program that's going to be running for 4 hours, guys, because I I had an obligation to be here because I told you all that I was going to be here tonight, and unfortunately, very unfortunately, uh, um, they have called me to come into work. So because I already had this obligation and I was running already late, I could not. I could not go before 11. So at 11 we will go that way. But I want to say welcome to everybody in the chat. Welcome, 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 guys. Once you come into the chat, do not forget to hit that like button. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is a fantastic time to do so. But tonight we are talking about is what is it that you are seeing when it comes to the pandemic in your neighborhood, where you are at? What do you see happening? Do you see an increase in mask wearing? Do you see a decrease in mask wearing? um are there more people who have gotten vaccinated? Do you have a mask mandate where you are at? Do you not have a mask mandate where you are at? What are you seeing? Are there more people on the street? Are there more people going about their business? Are there new laws, new rules? I know that Mena said something earlier. Mena said, I thought Mena said something about in Florida. I'm in Florida, and okay, she says, I'm in Florida and 80% of the people I see are not wearing any mask. Is Florida one of the states that does not have a mask mandate? Let me take a look. Let me take a look here because I have a list of the states that have and the states that don't have mask mandates. Let me take a look and see if Florida. Okay, so Florida, right there, Florida is one of the states that does not have a mask mandate at the moment. So that is probably why, Mena, that is why you are seeing people without masks. Because Florida does not have a mask mandate at the moment. And neither does North Carolina. Does not have. And there are, let me put this back up there so you all can see, there are more states without mask mandates than there are states with mask mandates. The mask mandates are in the American Samoa, California, Connecticut, District of Columbia, Guam, Hawaii, Illinois, Nevada, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, the Virgin Islands, Virginia, Washington, and West Virginia. All the others down here are non-mask mandate states, including yours, Mena, and mine. Yes, and also, guys, I was also seeing where down there, Mena, down there in Florida. down there in Florida, I read an article that your Surgeon General was sued by Norwegian. Norwegian is one of the three big shipping companies, vacation companies on the water vacation companies we may call them. Norwegian is one of those, and Norwegian has filed a lawsuit against the Surgeon General in Florida, Scott Keesick, whatever is his name, Scott something, I forget his name. Rivkees, Scott Rivkees, I think is his name, the Surgeon General down there in Florida. And so Norwegian has filed a lawsuit against him because, Florida does not have neither a mask mandate nor a vaccination mandate. Therefore, Norwegian is saying that because of that, Norwegian wants the people who are boarding their ships to all be vaccinated. And the Surgeon General is saying, no, they do not have to be vaccinated. People do not have to reveal to you their vaccination status for them to go on a cruise. So Norwegian has taken Florida to court. We will see how that plays out. Because according to Google, the the cruising industry has lost over $900 million per day, I think it is, something like that, since the pandemic. That's buku's amount of money because the pandemic is now 18 months old. So if they have lost a lot of money, I am sure they have, because people have been going on cruises. People who work on ships have been sent home. That industry has been hit very, very hard. Mena says, even at my job, they stopped checking temperatures and wearing masks. That's true, Mena. At my job, too. Before, they used to be checking your temperature when you're going into the hospital, or they used to not have visiting hours. Well, now we have visiting hours and there's no temperature check. We just ask a few questions. I mean, have you had a fever over the last few days? Do you have a cough? Have you been around anybody who has had a fever or a cough? Those kinds of questions, and you say no, 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 and you're ushered right on in. In the hospital, though, it is encouraged that everybody wears a mask because it is a healthcare facility. But when you step out, you don't have to wear a mask. So it is what is going on now. It is what is happening now. 1.5 years. It's 18 months after this pandemic started. And also, Mena, I wanted to share with you too that I think it was in May too that Florida came in with this law that if a business want to force its employees to get vaccinated and to get vaccinated, then the company is going to be fined up to $5,000. So I guess that is why the companies have sort of just relaxed all the rules because they don't want to be fined. I am not saying either nor thither. Let me see. Curtis, how are you doing, Curtis? How are you doing, my friend? Curtis says it is really under control, or it is just a high class flu. I gotta put on my lipstick for that. I can no longer speak without my lipstick. Yeah, there we go. Yes, guys. Curtis says, is it really under control, or is it just a high class flu? Well, Curtis, it is not for me to say, but I am looking at being under control. I am saying, or it has just run its course. Nothing lasts forever. And I see that we have put in all kinds of stringent measures to control it over the last 18 months. So if right now we are seeing a decrease, if right now we are seeing a decrease in the incidences of the coronavirus, that is a good thing. That is a fantastic thing if we are seeing a decrease. And I am telling you, I have not seen a corona patient in my hospital in a long time. I haven't seen one. You know, so I know based on that that there is a decrease in the incidences. Are we all doing the right thing? Chances are we are. Wearing our mask and some people getting vaccinated and social distancing and staying away from crowds and that sort of thing. So that seems to be working out for us. So Curtis, what are you seeing where you are at? Are you seeing an increase or a decrease? Have a good one, Lavita Jenkins. Thank you for coming, dear. Have a fantastic evening. So, Curtis, talk to me. What are you seeing where you are at? Is there a decrease in the incidences of coronavirus? Are you seeing anybody with coronavirus? I haven't seen anybody personally, and I haven't seen anybody in the hospital in a long time. What are you seeing? Answer to me and tell me what you are seeing at the moment. Tell me what you are seeing at the moment. I was expecting my friend to call me and tell me what what is going on in her neck of the woods. But they say, guys, when you throw out your fishing line, chances are you throw out 10 and only one. You throw 10 times and only one fish you might have caught. That is what happens in life. I throw out a lot of lines and only my friend here called me, even though I had several people who promised that they would be calling in and they would let us know. But that's how it is, and no matter what, guys, the show will go on. Even if I'm the only one sitting here and having a show, I will be the only one. I will sit here and have a show by myself. You would think it's me and 100 people. uh, yes, that is me. I will do that because the show must go on, and you cannot let the disappointments of this life stop you from moving forward. You must move forward. You have to move forward no matter what. So this is what we are talking about, guys. If you are new into the chat, what we are talking about is whether or not the pandemic is under control based on what you are seeing where you are at. I had my friend tell me just now what he was seeing in Kingston, Jamaica, what he's currently experiencing where the pandemic is concerned. I also had my friend Plummer tell me that up there in Minnesota, there are lots of people going to get vaccinated, even though the incidences of coronavirus are very, very low. And also, my friend Mena said that down there in Florida, there have been the rules have been relaxed. There are not many people wearing masks anymore, and at the jobs they are no longer checking temperature and they are no longer required to wear masks. And I also told you all that Florida has implemented laws to protect people against employers who would want to force them essentially to wear masks or force them to get a vaccine, and these employers will be fined if they do. But for the love of God and all things good, guys, if you do not want to take the vaccine, I hope you are not forced to if you don't want to. But for the love of God and all things good, just put on a mask now, please. Yeah, put on the mask. Just wear the mask, you know, because I'm sure you don't want to be the cause of somebody else catching this virus. You don't want to be responsible. You don't want to, walk up into a crowd without a mask, and the next thing you know, you are the reason somebody else caught the virus and passed away. So wear your mask. For me, going in the hospital, I wear my mask in the hospital. But when I'm out in the open, you know, we don't have a mask mandate. So when I go inside a Walmart, I'm not going up close to anybody. I'm just going I'm just going to go mind my own business. Getting what I need, not getting close to people, and then coming out and going about my business, you know. Okay, there's somebody here that wants to talk to me, guys. Hold on. Let me see what. Okay, so he's wanting to call at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock I will not be in this chair. 10 o'clock I will be on my way to you know where. Yeah. 10 o'clock I will be on my way to work, guys. This week is going to be quite rough because y'all know I work Monday. I already work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yesterday was a dead day. I slept the entire day. I had the live last night. Today I tried to run around, get myself together, get my business together, only to come home this evening. Only to come home this evening, rushing to come home to do the live and to get me some well needed rest, and only to be called to be told that I need to come in. Okay, so I will be going off in about the next 10 minutes or so, guys. So is there, okay, oops, guys, the live is on. I was looking for you all and I haven't seen you all showing up, rolling on up, but the live is on, guys. Okay, that was just my message to my lovely travelers because I was supposed to. I had told them before that the live was going to be on at this time, but I ain't seen them rolling on up. And so I'm going to be sitting here for the next 7 or so minutes to wait for them to come on up because, guys, I'm going to have to get ready for work. I was just hoping that somebody else would call me and tell me what they are seeing in their neck of the woods. What is going on where you are at? What are you seeing where the pandemic is concerned? Um, is there still a few people on the street? Is there still mandates for masks and social distancing? Or with the increased number of vaccinations, are these rules being relaxed at this time? What are you seeing? We have heard from Kingston, Jamaica. We would love to hear from somebody else. We have heard from Florida. We have heard from Minnesota. And I tell you what I have experienced here in North Carolina. No mask mandate, going about our business. Things Jamaica is in the house. All Things Jamaica is in the house. How are you doing, my lovely love? How are you doing? Talk to me, Things. You want to tell me what are you seeing where you are at? Is it is the pandemic looking like it is going away where you are at? Or does the pandemic look like it is just heating up? Or nothing has changed? Talk to me. Uh, I so lovely. I so love you. You are as cute as a button, Things Jamaica. Where are you at? You want to talk to me and tell me what are you seeing where you are at? Because where I am at, I'm sharing with my listeners that where I am at, I do not have a mask mandate anymore. So I am going about my business, but because I'm a nurse and I work in the hospital, I wear my mask because I must have a responsibility to protect my vulnerable patients. So I must wear a mask. But my concern is what is going on in your neck of the woods? What are you seeing? Okay, Thing says pandemic all right where I am at. It okay. It's okay in the people country. I'm not. Huh? It's okay in the people's country. I'm not. All right, Things. Explain that to me now, please. And Ting says, but still strict. There are strict rules in Jamaica. All right, guys, there are strict rules in Jamaica where the pandemic is concerned. You heard my friend there on the phone. He is in the corporate area of Jamaica and he was telling us what he is seeing at the moment as it relates to the pandemic. So, is there anybody else who wants to tell me what is happening in their neck of the woods? Where are you all? This is my friend texting me. It's gonna be 10 o'clock before. Oh, now I get you. Now I get you, my sis. Now I get you. She says she's not in Jamaica. She's not in Jamaica, but it is okay. All right. So she's not in Jamaica, so she can't tell me. But where she's at, it is okay. All right. Where I am at, I think it is okay because in the hospital, I have not seen any COVID patient in a few months. Yeah. So that's a good feeling, guys, because the anxiety that we all were put through between last year, February, March, and even until now, because now when I hear them talking about the new variants and possibly people are going to have to get a booster shot and that sort of thing, it makes me anxious again. It brings my anxiety back up. Like, I thought we were getting rid of this, but here it is now. We are talking about getting a booster shot for the new variants that is coming on. So I don't know, it makes me nervous again. I don't know about you, but it makes me nervous again. It makes me anxious again about what is happening because I have been worried for myself. I've been worried for the people, those of us in the nursing, in the healthcare field. I have been worrying about vulnerable people like my mom, and I've been worried. I've been worried sick about everybody. Hoping and praying that this virus would just take a hike, just go away, go back from whence you came, so that we can all get back to normal and life can go back to pre-pandemic days, and we can I pray for the day when we can just go party and go about our business like pre-pandemic days, and we don't have to be worried about wearing a mask. We don't have to be worried about getting infected and infecting anybody and that sort of thing. I pray for those days to come back. All right. But anyway, guys, we have done the talking tonight. I have done the talking. Now I need to do some housework. So for those of you who are new into the chat, I want to say welcome. Thank you for coming. If you are if you are a returning traveler, I want to say thank you for your continued support. But for those of you who are brand new, go ahead, guys. Take your shoes off. Step on in. Look to the right, you see the subscribe button. Look to the left, and you will see the like button. Touch them both, and then come on in and let us chat. Well, we have talked enough. Me doing that housework right there, we have talked enough because I am going to be heading out to work. It is not a good feeling, but I am going to go. Yes, I'm going to pray about it and I'm going to go in the name of the Lord. I am going to go. I wish I could sit here and chat with you all for the next 2 hours, but my responsibilities say that I cannot because they call me to come into work, which I was so not prepared for. So not prepared for. But I'm going to get out of this chair and I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to get dressed and I'm going to go in the name of the Lord and ask Him to go with me. Because guys, when you are walking and you are going in the viper's pit, you have to have the armor of God with you. So I gotta pray and ask Him to guide my steps and go with me all the way because I was so not prepared for this tonight. I had other plans, and after I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm exhausted. Slept all day yesterday, I'm exhausted. Now I'm going to end up working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday I'm going to be out like a light bulb again. All right, sister here is not happy about it, but I got to go. So, guys, for those of you who joined us tonight, I want to say thank you so much for coming. For those of you who shared what's going on with the pandemic where you are at, we appreciate it. Appreciate each and every one of you who have come into the chat, guys. If you have not yet hit the like button, now is a fantastic time to do so. To my lovely friend Curtis, who is there, La Vida Jenkins, thank you so much. Sister Things Jamaica, thank you so much for coming in. Things Jamaica, I know Mena was here, our daughter was here, D&D Family, Plumber TV, Michael, there are several people who were here. I cannot call it everybody's name, but if I didn't call your name, it wasn't with the intention of not calling your name. It's just that I'm not able to call everybody's name. But I appreciate Shane. Oh my God, Shane, you just a come when I'm leaving. Shane, you are just coming when I'm getting ready to leave. I appreciate you, my top cup. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much, Shane, for coming. Mwah, 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 mwah to you, my friend. But I am on my way out of the chair because I am on my way to Shane. I mean, oh, I call your name, so. You don't like how I call your name? I mean, don't you like how I call your name? Behave. It's better late than never. Yes, I know you probably was limping because of your tour. But, oh, by the way, how your tour? I asked you how your tour. And was it on Tara's live? I asked you how your tour on somebody's live, and you didn't say a word. So how is your toe? Your toes get better? You rub them with garlic and honey and put pepper leaf on them, make sure they feel better. I hope they do, but I know you probably was limping in, that's why you reached late. But that is okay. It's better late than never, my friend. And I certainly appreciate you, and I thank you. It was good the next day. Okay. All right. Next time wear your size, as teachers say. Okay, but guys, you know how I feel having to get out of this chair at this time of night. This is my time of night when I sit here and chat with you all. And here I am getting disturbed when I really want to sit here and continue the conversation, click it off and switch to something else, because we got lots to talk about. A lot of things that we can talk about over here. Lots and lots of things. But then I am being rudely interrupted. So I just gotta go. Okay, guys. I got to go. So thank you again, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Let me take my headphones off and hit the road because I got to go. So until next time, guys, this is your girl Trev from Trebessence. Oh, I'm good. Oh my gosh, I really don't want to go, guys, but I have to. All right, so until next time, guys, this is Trev from Trebessence reminding you to always take good care of yourselves and each other. And Shane, I will see you all tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I will see you all. Okay? I will do a live tomorrow morning before I go to sleep because I will have work again tomorrow. All right, guys, so take care. Good night. Good luck. Stay safe. And I will see you all in the morning.